Greg Stetzel here with our next installment of Getting Fit Over 40. In keeping with the season, we are going to be interviewing Denise Kay of Sunstar Wellness on how to love your body. An integral part of getting and keeping your body fit is keeping it in motion and flexible. Doing things that are good for your body and helping to maintain your mobility and flexibility is as, if not more important than working your muscles and joints. I often tell my patients that stretching after a workout is the most important part of the workout. Many of those who embark on our Fit Over 40 journey will start to feel muscles that were long forgotten or haven't been worked in a very long time. Treating the right after a workout or adding in techniques to stretch and loosen tightened joints and muscles will help to create the response from your body that you are looking for. So sit back and enjoy our interview. We'll be with you in just a moment. We have Denise Kay here today from Sunstar Wellness to help us to better understand the benefits of massage and yoga as we can restore our bodies to normal function. Good morning, Denise.
Hey, Greg. How you doing?
Thanks for being here today to help us to give information to our listeners about how to better take care of themselves and get the most benefit they can from improving their bodies and restoring themselves to fit over 40. So, tell me, how'd you get involved in yoga and massage?
Oh, it's a long story, but back in my 20s, I was a professional dancer, and I needed to make money, which is really how it started. So, as a child, I was really good with my hands. We'd always massage each other's shoulders. Growing up, my dad, my mom, we'd all do that. And so I decided to go to massage school. And that was really how it started. So I was about 27. I was pretty young and had no idea what I was getting myself into or where this would lead. I was very unhealthy as a dancer. I was a smoker. I ate bad. I was really not knowing where this was all leading. So I started to become a massage therapist. I went through the whole certification and started trying to then take care of myself a little bit. In terms of nutrition, because I was still dancing at the time, so I was trying to eat better and started noticing, I'm eating better, I'm feeling better. I was trying to give up smoking and started realizing, now that I'm giving up smoking, I'm feeling better. And throughout that journey, I also had the great pleasure of working with some dancers who were yoga instructors. So we would start doing sun salutations, if you know what that is. It's kind of a form of movement to warm up before we would actually dance. And it was always in the back of my mind. I had a girlfriend of mine who took me to a couple of 6-week sessions. And I liked it, but it wasn't really calling me at the time. And it was good, it was keeping me fit and active. And then suddenly I stopped. I stopped dancing professionally. I was still teaching dance, but I was and still giving massage, but I had stopped dancing professionally and had children. I let myself go. I was eating bad. You have kids. You're in that mode. I wasn't exercising or doing much for myself. And after I had my second daughter, I was okay, I got to start doing something here. And my girlfriend said, let's go take a yoga class. And I was like, okay. So I went and took this yoga class, and I finished in what's called Shavasana, which is kind of where you relax and it's kind of like a meditative state that you get in. And I was like, oh, this is it. I'm like home. This is what I have to start doing. And so I started exercising more, and I started practicing yoga a lot and doing a lot of meditation, and it got me where I'm at now.
All right, great. And so Denise is my masseuse.
Yay.
And I've been able to learn the benefits of massage and keeping my body limber and keeping my muscles loose and taking care of the injuries that I constantly do to myself when I'm trying to get myself back into shape. But you're a perfect example of what Fit Over 40 is really all about.
Yeah, well, I try.
Yeah, well, people who forgot what they were supposed to be doing and taking care of themselves and suddenly remembered that it was time to get back to it. So, great story, and we're really happy to have you here to show us. And what can you recommend for people who are looking to get onto this journey, who want to improve their bodies, their overall health and well-being, and improve their muscle and joint health so they can really get through this and benefit from it as the long-term changes in their lifestyle?
Well, as in the practice of yoga, what is so awesome about it is that start where you can, right? Start where you begin, not where Greg begins or not where the person who's super fit begins. Start where you can. And maybe it's walking, you know, maybe that's where you want to start. Maybe it's doing a chair yoga class where you feel I'm not comfortable getting on and off the floor. So starting in a chair is better for me to stretch, to get my body to open. I think part of the problem when we psychologically psych ourselves out of wanting to exercise or stay fit or do nutrition, it's because we are so much thinking that that's for that person who's really fit already, rather than starting where you can start. And I think that's the big thing, you know, is just begin. That's half the battle, you know, on getting fit.
The hardest part of any journey is that first step.
Exactly.
So taking that first step is a big deal.
Exactly.
So tell me, what is the benefit of yoga? A lot of people don't know what yoga is. They may have seen pictures of it on TV or heard somebody goes to a yoga class, but what is yoga and what's the real benefit for the body of pursuing yoga training?
Well, part of what I think is one of the biggest benefits of yoga that people are not aware of is that rather than doing hardcore exercise where it's all external, you know, we're trying to run or we're trying to be much more externally physical, yoga tends to take you more inside of yourself. So it's finding the little nuances of your body so that you can learn about who and how you can move. It's about paying attention to you and yourself. And I think that what has happened for many people who I know, who I've taught or who were my teachers, is that when you begin and you start this journey of doing yoga, you become aware of how you're feeling, which then in turn takes you into things like nutrition. You know, and oh, well, if I start eating a little bit better, I notice that I'm able to physically move better. My joints don't ache as much. Because maybe you've gotten rid of sugar. I know that sugar is like, you know, a big culprit for people. And it's so, you know, you start paying attention to things that you're eating. You start paying attention to how you move. If I did this movement, I suddenly am able to stretch more and I feel better in my hips and my lower back because I've actually been able to stretch my hips, my back feels better. So you start becoming, I think, aware of little nuances that occur in your body. I think that's one of the biggest things. People think that it's just about stretching, and yeah, it's a lot about stretching, but it is about strengthening and stretching at the same time because you have to be able to engage yourself so that you're not overly stretching. There's so many benefits just from a psychological aspect of working your breath with how you're moving. And we know that, you know, working a good breath can actually work the parasympathetic nervous system, which then can bring you into a calming state. And if you learn how to move with that breath, that changes the whole place of where maybe your mental attitude is. So there's a lot of amazing benefits to doing yoga.
Okay, so there's really no reason that virtually anybody could pursue this and benefit from it.
I've taught people who were very ill, you know, people with cancer, people with strokes, and granted it's a different way of teaching them. You know, they would need a good teacher person who can work to their limitations if need be. But really you start where you start, like I said in the very beginning, and you start where you can and you take it from there without trying to be anybody else. Mm-hmm. And that's what's important.
Okay, the other side of your story is as a masseuse. I know that when I started getting back into working out regularly and using my body and getting on my bike and riding 10 miles on the trail and all that, that the next day I was ready to come see you for a massage.
Right.
And I often tell my patients that the best part of a workout, the most important part of the workout, is actually the stretching afterward, getting your body back to limber.
Right.
How would you suggest someone get started with a massage, with masseuse, and you know, what kind of a frequency would you say would it be necessary?
Well, I think I always say for massage it depends on obviously a lot of things. It's going to depend on how bad you are. I mean, if you really feel that you need it more often throughout the week, you know, twice a week, once a week. I have people who come to me weekly. I have people who come to me once a month. I have people who come to me every other week. It's costly, so you want to do what you can to maintain your body, obviously. That's that. You know, I always say that's really an individual's choice. Once a week is fabulous if you can do it once a week. I personally go once a month. You know, I go get myself done once a month by you know, a friend of mine who we can barter with, and I find it to be very beneficial for me. You know, we're so caught up in life, right? And it makes us like this, and then when you can just let yourself go and have somebody work on you and loosen up the muscles, and it's phenomenal. And there's so many types of massage that are offered. You know, I do regular massage on the table, which is really nice. And then if somebody's looking for a stretch type of massage, there's like a Thai massage, which I also do, which is stretching the body rather than just working into the muscles for release and relaxation.
Okay, I have to confess that I see Denise once a week because I'm well past 40.
That's right.
And when you start to really use your body again, your muscles tighten up, and if you're not stretching and keeping on top of things, and with what I do as a chiropractor, that tightens me. I spend most of my day bent over.
Yes.
So getting massage keeps me functional, it keeps me able to take care of my patients, and it's been a really huge benefit for me as far as my overall health and well-being.
Right. When you leave, I can tell you're feeling awesome.
Oh yeah. So Denise, is there anything else that you could tell our listeners about taking care of themselves and loving their bodies that you could recommend as they get on this journey to fit over 40?
I am going to say start. You know, it's today. Today's the first day of your journey of being fit, and that is the main thing. Don't waste your time saying, I shoulda, I could've. Just do it, you know, and again, start where you start. If today is just walking, go for that walk outside. You know, if it's the first day, you know what? I think I'm going to get on a bicycle. Get on that bike. If it's doing a few stretches early in the morning, do your stretches early in the morning, but get it done. Because the older we get, we know we get tight. The body changes physiologically, and the more that we can move, we can try to prevent some of those things that happen as we age.
Okay, Denise, thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks.
I know that my listeners are going to appreciate your expertise and your information. And for those of you who haven't gotten started on your Fit Over 40 journey, get to it today, as Denise said, because today is the best day to begin your journey. The first step is the best step. So we're looking forward to seeing you again online here and getting you towards that journey and the completion of being fit over 40. Denise, thanks again.
Thank you, Greg.